L name is equal to mm, collab globe, and let's say F name is equal to let's say project or something. Now what I am doing, I am sending these two parameters to my script. What I can do in server side, I can process those parameters over here. Okay. Request dot query. Let's see what do I get over here. Console dot log request dot query. Let's see if I get something in my parameter. If I want to run both the commands one after another, I npx tsc and node server.js. This will run the compiler and start the server. Let's see it. It is working over here, and in my terminal I can see L name and F name I am getting on my server side. I can use these names to send something to my browser. So this time I will do hello and plus request dot query dot L name and request dot query dot F name. So I am actually creating a string out of whatever I have received. Let me save it, close the server, start it again. I will go to my browser, refresh, hello collab globe project. I can change it something else, and the same will appear in my reply from server. So this is a simple example how server handles the request which is received from the front end.
So one more thing. So you have added something else there, right, in your front end, but in the
Yes.
back end, something else will be added.
See, in backend, what I am doing, I am getting that something else in fname. I am not doing anything. I am just creating this string out of the parameters, out of the values which are received from the front end. Let's say, let's say a simple calculator app. Mm, like num1 is let's say 100, and num2 is let's say 3. It is going to say undefined because this time L name and F name are not received. Rather than that, I have received num1 and num2. So this time what I can do, respond.send sum is request dot query dot num1 and plus request dot query dot num2. Should not be a comma, it should be plus. Let's see what it will do. Now I am expecting that it should add two numbers and it should show me output over there, sum of these two numbers. Okay, let's see if it works. npx.tsc, everything is running. I will do a refresh over here. If you see, it is showing 103. What it is doing is it is adding, it is not actually adding, but it is concatenating two numbers, because if you see over here, num1 is actually a string in single quotation mark. That means it is a string. Num2 is actually a string. Now to convert string into number and then add, I will have to do it like this. Plus 1 minute. Yeah, okay. I'll have to add this as well. This is the bang operator. I will tell you what it is. But just adding a plus with the brackets, it will define that this string should be converted to a number. I will run it again. Go to front end. This time still it is not the number. Let me do it separately. I will create variable sum is equal to plus request dot query dot num1, and this thing and this thing as well. And here I will output my sum. Let me check if it works. Yeah, this time actually when you want to add two numbers, you should not have any string along with those two numbers. What it will do, it will consider everything as a string and it will create a string out of it. Whereas when I am adding two numbers, both should be a number, then it will consider those as a number and it will output number. So I am first adding two numbers to create a number itself, and I am then concatenating string and number to send the output to my browser. So here I can change, let's say 3400, so it will come 3500. Okay, so this is how I can process data from server side and send altogether a different data to my browser. This is how authentication and everything works in backend. You get something from the front end, you process it, you change it, you create some HTML or get some data from database and send it to the front end. Okay. So we have created this simple hello world application. Now we have to commit the changes and push to remote repository. Now what is this remote repository or something? I have written this code of backend. I want to save it online so that somebody else can work on the same code and then he can push the changes. To do that, first let's go to do app folder. I can do one thing. I can click on this trash can icon, so it will close the terminal, and over here I will right click and open an integrated terminal to go to do app. Or else if I am in backend, I can just type cd space dot dot, so it will come out of the current folder. Cd means change directory. Change directory, come out from backend and come up one level. This time I will see to do app. I am now in to do app folder. To create a Git repository, I have to type git in it. It will create a Git repository inside my folder. And over here, if you see, 598 changes are recorded for this project, whereas I have written only server.js and few other files. Nothing else I have written. So everything else, all the changes are coming from node modules folder. So if I upload this project on any let's say GitHub or Bitbucket, it will upload node modules folder as well, but I don't want to upload node modules folder. For that I have to create one file over here, which will be .git ignore, git ignore, and inside this file I will type node underscore modules. Git will understand whatever is written inside git ignore file. It has to be all in small letters, git ignore, no capital, nothing else. It has to be .git ignore file only, and inside of this you can specify which folder you want to skip. So I am skipping node modules folder. Now here I can see there are only 6 files which I have actually created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and git ignore is the 6th file. So I want to push all these 6 files on Bitbucket, so that or let's say GitHub, so that my other team member can download that file from there, can download that repository from there, work on that, and he can push the changes. So let's do it now. To commit the changes, commit means saving the changes in repository. Right now I have created these files, but these are available on my local computer. These are only files. This is not actually a repository. To commit these changes, I can go to click on this source code control icon, and here I can type my message. I can say initial commit. That's it. This is the first project setup. Whatever I have done, the changes, I have to type it over here and say initial and put a comment, initial commit. Then I have to click on this icon to commit the changes. But this is what you can do from Visual Studio. But what is happening in the background, I will show you that. Inside the terminal, you have to type git status. It will show you what are all files or folders which are pending and not yet committed. So it is showing that this is the folder which is created new, which is not committed. So first of all, I will have to type this command git add dot. So it will add everything, and now if you see, it has changed from changes to stage changes. If I run git status, I can see that these are my 6 files which I have created, and from here I can write git commit and enter. It will open up an editor like this, which is quite complicated for beginners. So I would recommend that don't do it this way, and do the commits from here. Okay, so I will type initial commit, and then I will click on this checkbox to commit the changes. Now changes are committed.